Let's read for an entire week together. Welcome to a reading week in my life. I thought this week it would be fun if me and you just chilled and read for an entire week together. I wish I had like a TBR for the week that I could give you, but as a mood reader, that's not a thing. Like, I could literally be reading dark romance all week long. I could be reading fantasy. I could be reading, honestly, whatever and whenever. There is no rhyme or reason, but every single day we'll do a little check-in. I'll tell you what I'm reading, how many pages I've read, and maybe my thoughts about the book. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a reading vlog before. Maybe I have, but I don't know how I'm doing this yet. But every single thing's gonna be spoiler free. Anyway, today is Saturday. We will be reading together up until Friday. That'll give us a full week. Okay, first of all, it is worth mentioning that this is me trying to come out of a reading slump that Onyx Storm has officially put me in, because I don't know how any books can follow Onyx Storm, you know what I mean? Like, that's not an easy fate out here. So this is my first book after Onyx Storm. I took a little 3-day break, but I thought if we do a reading vlog together, maybe it'll motivate me to read more and it'll make our reading experience better. Anyway, so yesterday we started Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I've never heard of this book before, but my dear friend Mariana said that she loves it, and that's all I needed to know, quite frankly. So I went out and bought it. Let me read the back for you so you get a little idea of what we're dealing with here. Phantasma has only 2 rules: stay alive and don't fall in love. Love it. Thank you. I love it already. When Ophelia discovers her mother brutally murdered, there is no time to grieve. She has inherited the family's fearsome magic and enormous debt. Circumstances go from dire to deadly. However, when Ophelia's sister decides to pay off the loan by entering Phantasma, a competition where contestants rarely escape alive, and the victor is granted a single wish. The only way for Ophelia to save her sister is to win, but Phantasma is a cursed manor, full of twisting corridors and lavish ballrooms, staffed by enticing demons and fatal temptations. And Ophelia must conquer all 9 floors to succeed if her fears don't overtake her first. When a charming, arrogant stranger claims he can help, Ophelia knows better than to trust him. But with her sister's life on the line, Ophelia can't afford to turn him away. She'll need to ignore the overwhelming dark attraction drawing them closer and closer together, because in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. I know, doesn't that sound fucking fun? That's what I thought too. So anyway, I started this yesterday, and I'm actually reading it on my Kindle, so let me tell you what page we ended up on yesterday. I know for a fact that I ended at a 50% mark, so I'm on page 221. And little side note, this is like a new thing that I got, a clicker for your Kindle. I have the Kindle Oasis, and you put it on the side, and when you click this button, it changes pages for you. Look, you see? Like, incredible. So you don't actually have to like have your hands near your Kindle. I literally propped it up on the bed and I was laying like this, and I was just clicking my life away. Okay, this is the best investment I have ever invested in, and it was also so cheap from Amazon. If you don't have one of these, it's a life changer, trust me. But anyway, so far, you know what, the book started off pretty slow, and then as soon as she entered Phantasma, I was like, hell yeah. As soon as she met the MMC, I was like, hell yeah.
Absolutely love him.
Let me read you some of my highlights, obviously without spoiling anything for you. At first, like when they met, he like kept like following her, I guess, and she turns around and she goes, I thought I told you not to follow me. And he goes, I apologize if I gave you the impression that I do what I'm told. That's kind of like his vibe already. Like, you see, he's very like arrogant, funny, literally exactly what I want. Thank you. Oh my god. And then he also calls her Angel. It Okay, listen, I'm all for fucking cute little names, and this one just does something to me. I don't know. It's so cute. He goes, if you want to play rough, I have better games we can play. One that involve less clothing. She goes, that can't happen again. He lifted a brow. Are you trying to convince me or yourself of that, Angel? You can do anything you want, Angel. I'd let you drag me to the depth of hell right now if that would please you. Like, that's all I need. That's all I needed to know, and I'm so here for it. So far I am enjoying the shit out of this book, but I shall keep you posted. You guys, the reading vibes today are so on point. It's so like dark and gloomy. Like literally the most perfect reading weather. Happy Sunday. So yesterday I actually did not read as much as I thought I was going to read. I read about 60 pages yesterday, which is fine because today we are definitely finishing this book, and I'm still kind of in the same boat. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I know what's happening, but I like don't know. Like, I feel like there's a big part of the story that's still missing, and it's still missing. So I shall keep you posted on that. You guys, I just finished Phantasma. Whoa, the fucking whiplash this book just gave me is not even funny. Yana editing, please be kind enough and insert an image of me crying literally 5 minutes ago, because how did this book make me cry? Like, why did this book make me cry? It came out of nowhere. Listen, so the last time I checked in, I think I still liked the book and I was still enjoying it, right? So then today, when I started reading it, I was like, something happened. I don't want to spoil it for you, but something happened. I was like, ew, no, 3 stars. And then it became kind of boring. And then the story started to pick up a little bit more. So I was like, okay, 3.5, slay. And then by the end, I was like, wait, this is actually getting really good. And then the last 3 chapters, the plot twisted so hard. I literally didn't know what to do with myself, and it kind of hit me out of nowhere, and I literally started crying. I honestly feel like I should stop saying that I don't cry over books, because that's clearly not the case, like literally ever. I'm so fucking dramatic now. I just cry over anything, I guess. Like, you put a book in my arms and I'm just start crying, because every book I read, I somehow seem to fucking cry over it. Let me read you some quotes, because this man had me fucking gagged. He goes, I think you might be the closest to heaven I'll ever get. There's more. This one might be my favorite one. If there were ever a divine entity I'd worship, it'd be you. And she goes, my body, your altar. No. In a different life, in a fair one, I would have kept you until my eternal soul withered away to dust. And if you've read this book, you know what this next one means. If you haven't, it's not going to mean anything to you. Here, my heart, it's yours. And I would trade every other soul in the world if it meant I would get to keep you forever. Like, when I'm telling you, I had this much left in the book and I still had no idea like where this was going or how it was gonna end. I mean it. 4.5 stars. Phantasma was fantastic, if I did say so myself. Okay, it's Sunday night, so we have to go pick a new read because it's only like 5 p.m. here, so you best believe I will be devouring like probably half of another book today, maybe a full one, who knows. Okay, so the next book we're reading is The Blood We Crave, and this is book 3 in the Hollow Boys series. I already read book 1 and 2, and then I took a pause to read Onyx Storm, so we're going back to the series. This is dark romance, and we have to tab it, so let's do it together. I usually pick my tabs by like color of the book, And this one's gonna be so pretty because it's all like pink and red. Please don't hate me, but I almost forgot about you today. It's Monday night and I was literally about to go to bed, and then I was like, wait, I haven't checked in for my vlog. So anyway, here we are. We started the Blood We Crave last night, as you know. I ended up reading about 70 pages before I went to bed, and then right now I am about 70% in, so I have this much left, and I'm definitely gonna finish it before I go to bed. And here are my thoughts. Okay, so first of all, Thatcher, everybody loves him, and I was like, I don't quite frankly get it, because at the beginning of the book he is an acquired taste, and so is Lyra. Lyra is like a little fucking rat. She's obsessed with him, and not like, oh my god, like I love him. No, like she stalks him. She steals his things and collects them so she could like smell them later, and she's a lot, okay? And she's fucking weird. So I was about to DNF it earlier today. Listen to these quotes. This is what almost made me DNF this book. Sliding my hands into my pockets, I closed the short distance between the two of us, and the wind sends the smell of cherries straight to my nose. It makes me nauseous, so sweet and sticky, a mess. That's like him talking about her, like she smells like cherries. And then he goes, touching people like this makes me sick, but touching her, it makes me want to peel my skin off and toss it to the washing machine. Like, fuck my life, seriously. So that's all I kind of knew about them going into today. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna DNF it just yet. I'm gonna give him a try. I'm gonna let him redeem himself. And oh boy, he did. Oh boy, he fucking did. Thatcher that came out in the next chapters, like who the fuck is that man? Because get me away from him in a good way. The shit that comes out of his mouth, please, I need to read you like one quote before I leave, because I need to go read. Like, I must know what's happening. I highlighted so many things. She would bring the Reaper of Souls himself to his knees. Angels would raise hell and condemn heaven for a peak. Men would slaughter themselves for her if they got a chance to see her this way. And if you think that's bad, his jealous side comes out next. And I folded so fast for this man, it's like not even funny. Like, I was straight up a hater, and then he said one thing and I was like a fucking pretzel. Anyway, we are finishing her tonight, hopefully. I think I only have like 2 hours left. Okay, so I did unfortunately end up falling asleep literally mid-chapter last night. So initially I obviously said that we were gonna finish the book yesterday, but that did not happen. Let me tell you, I was a sleepy girl. So instead we're gonna finish it today. I only have 10% left, which I don't know, my Kindle says that it's about 30 minutes or so. So it should be a pretty quick read. Some crazy shit went down last night and I must know what's going on. Okay, I just finished The Blood We Crave. I'm still processing what I'm thinking. So first we're gonna transfer all of the tabs from my Kindle to the book. And I feel like I tabbed so many things, I'm gonna be here forever. Okay, the book has been tabbed, and guys, I don't know what rating I'm giving it. I'm between 3 to 3.5, because even though, like, did I kind of enjoy reading this book? Yes. Did I get really bored and almost DNF it? Also yes. I still don't really like Thatcher or Lyra. Both of them are still kind of grinding on my nerve. I can't blame this one on the book. Like, I don't know if this is the book or if Thatcher's just not Zayden, you know what I mean? And there was no dragons in this book. Is that the reason why I'm not liking it? Or if I would have read this book at a different time, I wouldn't have liked it that much either. I don't know. And neither of us will ever find out. But book 3 of Hollow Boys is done. I know that Lyra and Thatcher are getting another book, which is book 4. I'm taking a pause on the series again, and I think we're gonna read something else. I have a book in mind, but it's once again mafia dark romance, and I don't know if I want a mafia dark romance. Maybe I should just go into fantasy, or maybe I should just read like a cutie little romance, or maybe I should read like YA. I don't fucking know, okay? But I'm gonna sit here and spiral about it for the rest of the night, and then I'm gonna go pick a book and maybe read it. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm stressed. Maybe I should just go reread Force Wing. Happy Wednesday. I literally just finished Sinners Anonymous, and we must talk about this because first of all, I devoured this book in less than 24 hours. It was so freaking good. And honestly, after the last book, I thought that maybe I was the issue and not the books. And this book just confirmed me that it wasn't my fault. This was absolutely amazing. Like, this is a dark mafia romance, and I've never read a dark mafia romance that is literally the slowest burn ever with so much tension. This man was so hot and cold. I didn't know what to do with myself. This was 10 out of 10, 4.5 stars. Like, it's almost 5 stars, but like I don't know if I'm ready to give 5 stars yet, you know what I mean? If I was a little bit nicer, it would have been 5 stars, but I feel like 4.5 is very solid, especially when the book's like really thin. Listen to this. First of all, she's engaged to his uncle, okay? And at first I was like, okay, this is fucking weird, but his uncle is 70 years old. He's 36, she's 21, so there's age gap as well. So she's engaged to the uncle, right? And he notices that her bodyguard touched her inappropriately. What does this man do? Like, he doesn't even like admit to himself that he has feelings for her yet. They're having dinner, the whole family's having dinner, okay? He goes, stand up. She stands up, like, what the fuck? And he's like, take 3 steps to the left. She moves, and he literally shoots him in the head in front of everybody. And he made her move so the blood doesn't splatter on her dress. And then later, when a little bit of the blood did end up getting on her dress, he apologized for it. Yeah, let that shit sink in. And then he goes, you're worth starting a war for. That's not even it. I have killed every man on this coast that has touched you inappropriately. And if anybody besides me puts so much of a finger on you from now on, they will be killed too. Yes, sir. This one right here might be my favorite though. What I want is for you to be happy, not just regular happy, I mean really fucking happy. Can't stop fucking smiling happy. Don't want to go to sleep because reality is better than your dreams kind of happy. I want to make you so damn happy that you shit sunshine and piss rainbows and people think you're as high as a kite when you walk into the room. If you want to be mine, I'll make you that happy, Rory. Like, that single-handedly took me out completely. Guys, I'm so excited to start book 2, and apparently book 2 is even better. I think we're back. I think we're back out of the reading slump. We're back. You know what? I don't know how much longer I can go on. I started Sinners Condemned last night, and I stayed up pretty much all night long to read it. I have gotten 0 sleep in the last 2 days reading the Sinner Anonymous series. And you know what the worst part is? I said I will be staying up tonight to read Sinners Consumed. This is a very accurate name for it because I am consumed by this series indeed. Listen, Raphael was somehow even better than Angelo. I'm still giving him 4.5 stars, just like I did give to Angelo, but like the way this author writes is kind of incredible. Like, her storytelling is so fucking good. This is honestly unlike any dark mafia romance I have ever read because first of all, it's slow burn. Second of all, there's like a very good story that's happening within the romance. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a romance, there's spice, but it's also slow burn, and it's just so fucking captivating. Like, I don't know how to put these down, okay? Let me Let me tell you some of my favorite scenes from this one. First of all, they were sitting in the car together, and she was telling him like the jobs that she worked before with, and one of the jobs was that she was a stripper. And he goes, oh, you were a stripper, strip for me. And their whole relationship is like built on like games, so she can't really say no because that's gonna make her like lose, right? So she starts stripping. She goes, it's not gonna be free. He's like, okay. So he ends up throwing her like not just $100, like a stack of $100, like a clip of $100 stacks, right? He throws it at her. She starts dancing for him, and then he touches her thigh, and she goes, you know that touching's extra. He throws like 2 more clips at her, and then he goes, take off your bra, and she's like, you know that's gonna cost even more. So he starts throwing more money at her, and then she goes, no, not even close. So he ran out of cash, right? So he grabs her by the ponytail, brings her hair back, and while she gasps of how sudden that all happened, he slides a black Amex into her mouth and tells her the pin to his card, to his black Amex card, and then tells her to take it off. I'm sorry, like I literally read that scene and I was like, I don't even know how to act right now because that's so fucking hot. And then he goes, strip for another man again and he'll die crossing the road. This man right here, right? But then right after that, he knows that she can't sleep at night. So when on the drive back, like after this happened, on the drive back home, when she ended up falling asleep in his car, he didn't wake her up and sat in the car for 6 hours so she could get a good night of sleep. Like, I'm actually, I don't know what to do with myself. This man is so hot and cold that it's like actually doing it. It's the craziest shit I've ever read. Some of the best dark mafia romance, if not the best dark mafia romance I've ever read. Well. Happy motherfucking Friday. What a fucking way to finish off our reading week. There simply couldn't have been a book that was better for us to read than this one. You guys know I've been obsessed with this series. We already know this, okay? This fucking book took my obsession to a whole next level. Now, not only that, I am honestly, truly and utterly convinced that no other mafia romance will ever compare to this one. Like, impossible. Fucking possible. This was absolutely devastatingly amazing. Raphael, the man you fucking are. I have never seen a more pathetically in love man in my entire life. Like, I thought in the last book he was like getting there, he was like groveling a little bit, like, you know, he was getting to be in love. No, groveling and Raphael go hand in hand. We have seen nothing until I read this book. Once again, read it in one sitting last night, and where do I even fucking begin? First of all, the amount of tabs I have on this book is like literally embarrassing. He goes, let me make it up to you. What do you want? Diamonds, a car, 2 cars, an island queenie, a Birkin in every color. Fuck, I'll give you the world in every color if you want it. This man had to Google what groveling means because that's how far away he is from all of that. Like, he literally never in his life slept with the same woman twice. And here we are. Here we fucking are. Now, that's not even it. For 3 weeks straight, he slept in his car outside her house in hopes that she's gonna feel safer and in hopes that she's gonna come and sleep in his car. He also learned how to braid hair for her because she never learned how to do that. Nobody taught her. So he asked his sister-in-law to teach him how to braid fucking hair. Let that one sink in. His sister-in-law goes, Rory from book 1 actually. She goes, the Birkin didn't work then? He goes, which one? No, the fucking Birkin didn't work. The next 3 didn't work either. Or the Cartier bracelet or the Benz that's been collecting parking fines outside her apartment. Yeah. let me leave you with this one. She knows as well as I do that I'm so under her fucking thumb, I can taste her fingerprint. Honestly, if this man told me to get on all fours and bark, I'd do it in a heartbeat. And that's just fucking that. Anyway, what a fucking reading week. I don't even know where we started this reading week, but I feel like this was a pretty good one, right? We started with Phantasma, and I think in total we read 4 books, but I don't really know anymore. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for reading for an entire week with me. Hopefully you found some new reads. If not, maybe you just enjoy watching me lose shit over books. And as always, don't forget to follow me on my book talk for more book reactions, and follow me on my Instagram for more day-to-day life updates, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. I'm so sad that I finished this series and I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I think I'm just gonna lay here and rot for the rest of the eternity. Like, how does anything can even follow this book up?